biggest thing I'd say is that there's going to be a lot of competitive basketball in Atlantic 10 this year. I mean, and I'm hoping that when we go on the road on our next little run here, we can make these games quite as competitive and try to have a chance coming down the stretch. It was good to see us shoot 3 for 15 from 3 and get 27 free throw attempts. I think that means we were trying to attack the rim. We hadn't really won a ton of times when our percentage from 3 was that. 20% from the game, so hopefully if we can hit a few more, we can get into our press more, we can get some more excitement going. But I thought that was a good win. I mean, that team just beat VCU, who's a top 20 team, and it's going to be put your seatbelts on because I think it's going to be a fun ride this year. I mean, with a little bumps and ups and downs, but if you like good basketball, I think our league. I mean, I'm watching our games on television, and the games are like, I mean, it's like you're watching the Big Ten or the SEC or the ACC. I mean, the games are competitive and good games. So. If you're a college basketball fan, I think it's a great time to be in the Mullen Center.
Was that by design, not to shoot as many, not to rely as much on 3-pointers?
I wanted to go inside a little bit more. I thought Caddy had his best week of practice since he's been here. I thought we had some size on them inside. They were using 3 and 4 guards. We don't have 3 and 4 guards, so we were playing a little bit differently and a little bigger. And we threw the ball inside probably as much as we had really since I've been here as the coach. You come in.
Is that as good a game as Freddie has had offensively without making 3-pointers?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I hadn't thought about that, but I liked his defense. I thought he did a real nice job on Brothers. Had 2 nice backdoor layups, got the slam dunk, and it was kind of get the crowd going. We never totally turned the crowd over today, but it got to a point where at least they were into the game, and I thought they gave us a nice boost. Being at home really helped us today.
Late, was it as much your defense as them going cold, or did you guys do something differently? What did you see?
It was a combination. Really, I thought that was the first game in a while where we got in our press, and it looked like the press was able to at least, create some energy for our defense. It didn't turn them over, but it did get them out of kilter, out of sync, and that's a team. If you have to cover their kind of movements for more than 25 seconds, they're going to get a decent shot off. And I thought by pressing them, we were able to now only have to cover them for 18 seconds. And then they missed some shots, but they also made some in different junctions when they went on the run, so it usually evens out.
You guys spent a lot of time working on defense in practice this week. Did you see specific things improve today from where you were 9 days ago or 8 days ago?
Yeah, I mean, I would say absolutely. I thought our defensive rebounding was way better. Somebody had told me we were, one of the worst teams in the league, so I wanted to make sure we rectified that. But I thought our defensive rebound was better. I thought we did a better job of keeping them in front and not giving up so many straight line drives. And then we did a good job of guarding the 3 line. That's important against them. They were 8 for 24, and that's one of the most important things when you play Richmond.
Did you come into this game feeling like you had to rebound to be successful? You had to take advantage of that because that's something you struggled with?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves, but I thought this was a big game for us. We're 2-2 in the league. It would be nice to be 3-2. At 3-2, you're at least in the conversation. Is that the question?
I meant, did you come in feeling like you had to rebound the basketball effectively because of that had been
absolutely, and teams that have had limited success against them or success against them have gotten offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and with their kind of matchup by them switching. A lot of times you'll get a kid like Brothers on Caddy or said Lindsay on Terrell Vincent. You have to take advantage of those rebounding opportunities, especially defensively. You saw when they made their little run there where we were up and we didn't come up with 4 or 5 loose ball rebounds that hurt us.
During that play with Freddie going baseline, and with how many options were there off that, and how confident when you called it were you that was going to work?
Well, I thought Freddie did a good job of just reading the defense. That was one of the options. I mean, 1 was Chaz driving, 2 was the big guy sealing, 3 was big guy posting, 4 was really Freddie kind of just reading the play. And it was good. We talked about, in the week leading up to this game, for those guys to backdoor cut, because while they're switching, a lot of times they don't see the guy cutting. Did a great job. Chaz did a nice job finding him, and that might have been, to this point, one of the bigger baskets of the year. I can't honestly say the biggest.
Disappointed again in how you came out to start the second half?
Disappointed is probably not the right word. Something that we're going to fix and continue to get better at. I'd like to see these guys come out and just really steamroll somebody pretty soon here in the second half. So we're going to keep working on it. We're going to keep talking energy and execution until I get it right.
If disappointed isn't the right word, what is the right word?
that's the word. I'm happy with my team right now. I think they fought and scrapped, and if it's just that we got to figure out what we do at halftime instead of the rebounding and offensive exit, a lot of different things. I think we're going to get that straightened out pretty quickly.
You talked about the three-point shooting with Jesse out. Have you had to make a change in the offensive game plan, or what some guys' roles are? As far as
Roles have changed a little bit. I mean, the biggest is Freddie. He's gone from however many minutes to really 40 minutes a game. He's probably logging the most minutes since Jesse's been out, and then. I think our game plan shifted a little bit. I think we're trying to get the ball inside a little bit more. Teams are doing a good job of building the wall on Chaz. And then if you're playing more bigger guys, we got to go offensive rebound. I thought Sampson got in there and scrapped a little bit. TV around the rim. So it's changing and evolving, but we just got to become the team that I think we can be even without Jesse. He's not going to be with us this season, obviously. So we got to keep evolving and. Hopefully guys like Putt shoot it a little better from three, and Freddie knocks some down, and even Chaz. If those guys make a couple more threes, all of a sudden, hopefully we could have maybe extended the lead a little bit. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. Coach called it one of the biggest baskets of the year.
When the ball first got inbounded, I looked at Chaz and told him I was going back door, and that we just communicated at the beginning of the possession, and ended up being a good play.
Chaz, again, you have to wait to see how it develops. Take us through it and what you saw as the play developed.
Yeah, just like Fred said, we made eye contact. Actually, the whole time I was dribbling, we was really talking. Nobody really recognized that or understood what we was doing, but I was actually talking to Fred, and I told him, he actually told me, I'm gonna go back door, and I told him, if it's there, I'm gonna give it to you, and it was there, so I just made the basketball play.
Sampson, early on you got into a nice rhythm. Is that as good as you felt in a while? When you're getting some layups and whatnot inside?
Oh yeah. I felt really good, especially with my teammates coming back to me back to back like that. I just caught a good rhythm early, and I just stayed with it until it died down. I don't think that's the best I can be.
Chaz, can you talk about the option of Caddy? I mean, especially down the stretch. I mean, it seemed like he was just being a monster down the post.
That's Caddy being Caddy. He a big kid, he's a beast, he's a monster. So whenever you get him the ball, he just put his body on people and try to finish. And he's one of our great finishers on the team. So going to him at the end of the game is always going to be in the game plan because he can finish. And today he shot good from the foul line. He's usually a good free throw shooter.
I mean, how critical is that though, especially like going down, which like in this Atlantic 10 play? I mean, that's got to be a huge layup, especially from what you guys had last year too.
Tremendously. Not that many teams in our league have like great bigs as big as Caddy and as strong and physical. So it's going to be a key part of for him to be a part of our team and do the things he can do.
I know you guys don't like to look ahead too much, but was there a certain amount of importance attached to this game, knowing what you have next week with the 2 road games?
Yeah. This is a big win for us because we were. What were we in the conference? 2-2. So we would have lost this. We would have been 2-3. It would have dropped us down a lot in the standings, and we needed a big win going into the South because we usually don't play well there. So this is really important for us.
Also playing back in front of the students. It was a great crowd out there tonight. I was actually tweeting my behind away before the game, asking students to come out. So it was great to see everybody turn out and come out, and support us for the victory.
And they just knocked off PCU, so that was also
So you had a nice moment in the crowd, Chaz, especially with Captain America out there.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at the stat right here. They don't got my block. That was a block. That's the only reason why I went over there. I was trying to go retrieve the ball, but they didn't put it on the stat. So I'm gonna go talk to the stat person, actually put my block on there.
Speaking of the stats, 7 turnovers for you is the most this season. After a few last games, is that something that you've got your eye on?
Yeah. This is making the right plays. Most of them was lackadaisical turnovers. Not being strong with the ball, and just turnovers. The team kept the turnovers down everywhere around. So mine didn't affect us that much. But being a point guard, I can't have this much turnovers, and I'm just gonna cut back on.
For any of you guys, just talk about the defense, especially over the last 6 minutes. They're up 7, 6 minutes to go, and then they only get 2 free throws, 16 seconds left.
Stops. I think we keyed in on stops, one stop at a time, and defensive rebounding. I think that's what we keyed in on the most. I think the biggest thing was defensive rebounding at all those possessions, and then during those 6 minutes was big.
Is that some place where all the intensity in practice this week really helped and paid off?
Yeah, it paid off a lot. I mean, you know, we did a lot of scrimmaging this week in practice, and I think it paid off with our conditioning and everything, because this is the most minutes I've played in my career, and I didn't really feel tired out there. So.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.